At such a young age, his parents gave him the whole world. All the gifts of earth are brought and prepared, set on the table, where he never went hungry. He relied on his parents throughout his whole life. He didn't have to work or worry a day of his life. He wasn't very fond of rules either. His parents loved him so much that he never had to face any sort of consequences. He wasn't taught how to use his emotions with people though. He could only think with his parents' money. His early social life experience made him believe that people will only like him and be his friend if he had the money. He was the most popular kid at his school because of it. In his eyes, each one had a price tag. In their eyes, he was a big walking dollar sign that they would flock to for a quick buck. No one actually cared for the damned kid. Shortly after his graduation, he and his parents took the night to what seems to be celebrating an accomplishment for their son. But they're actually celebrating, exploiting the system, cheating their son through everything. Later that night, his parents paid the ultimate price to karma when they were drunk driving and died in a horrible car crash. Their son survived and was well, but lived on to suffer. The only people that ever cared about him just vanished. Years after the incident, the son lived through the harsh reality. He was nothing without his parents. Though he did find solace in the only thing that he had come to know very well. The bottle became his best friend that stuck around for all those years, numbing him to the pain. Our dreams drink coffee with us as they put their arms around their children. They laugh with us at our poor falling down selves, and as we put ourselves back together once again at the table. The worker has never once given himself a break. Since he was young, he has always been independent, working to keep his father's shop clean in order to please him because of how much his father cared for the work he was doing. When the worker was of age, his father gave him the family business. But his father later passed, and what the worker didn't know was that his father had also passed down an immense amount of debt. No matter how hard he worked, the debt seemed endless. Having a child of his own, he wishes for him to live a life free of work. The worker becomes stubborn, cold, in a non-stop cycle of working to pay off the debt, and never interacting with his wife and his kid. Overworking himself caused him to be detached from his family, and while he harms his family with lack of presence and display of affection, he puts himself in danger with the fact that his body can no longer withstand the work he puts himself through. The worker is falling apart both mentally and physically. His fear of the debt being passed down to his son may become a reality. Wars have begun and ended at this table. It is a place to hide in the shadow terror, a place to celebrate a terrible victory. Before the war, the soldier was optimistic, curious, happy, you name it. The war changed everything about him. He felt nothing. The only person he loved was his mother. He grew up being supported by her every step of the way. He despised his dad. Because of him, he was forced to join the army and break his mother's heart. He grew up taking orders from his dad, mainly because it came naturally. Their family was essentially a military family. The men in the family fought every war in history, you name it. The soldier fought in the Afghanistan War. He served as the Army's combat medic specialist of the 68W regime. He made friends in the Rangers, but lost every single one of them. The war took a toll on him, but what made it worse was that he came home to a very sick mother. He soon lost her too, following his dad. He had nobody. He's been through so much remorse. Every day is a struggle to get through. He had hoped to come back to the warm comfort of his home, but instead, he lost somebody dearest to him. His war started at the kitchen table, the day he was forced to fight for his country, but ended at the table with nobody left and no reason to celebrate but a terrible victory. We give thanks.